Hello, beautiful people. How are you today? Today, I'm giving you a tool to help eradicate and release judgment out of your life. That judgment that holds you back, that keeps you from really living and being the person you want to be and really having the voice you want to have. So stay tuned. My name is Rebecca Abraxas, and I have so much fun raising consciousness and helping folks remember their greatness, because the world could really use a bit of that right now, right? Well, let's dive in. So Rumi talks about in a poem of his about the singing field and about meeting you there. So the singing field perhaps is the frequency of the universe, right? And so what my plan is for the next 30 days is to really introduce us all to this singing field, that we get to be sung, that we get to be lived. So I'm super excited to share what I've learned the past 25 years and kind of give you the cliff notes. Because when I have been learning to open my voice, I've also been learning how to live. And it's been an interesting journey, and I'm excited to share it with you. It's because when I started to sing, I was super, super shy, but I was following this go do this sensation in my body. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. But I'm really nervous. But I went and I did it anyway. And something was pulling me. And what I noticed when I got on stage was that everything just started flowing. And I loved the feeling of that flow, of being sung. And what I started to notice is that I want that feeling and I want to live that way off stage too. So this is what I started to discover and ask questions about and learn about. And so 25 years later, I just find that I'm trusting my life more. I'm trusting my voice more. I give it out, whether it's perfect or right or wrong. I just give it. And that's where I would love to offer this 30-day series, to have you just give yourself, give of yourself. And, what you be is beautiful and such a contribution to the world. It's so needed. So what judgments have gotten in the way of you being able to be, right? Just be. So are you living someone else's dream? Are you living the effect of judgments that you've had from well-intentioned adults or teachers or, media or the collective, sometimes not so well intended, but what judgments are you living the effects of that maybe you don't even know that you're living the effect of them? What I love about the work that I'm sharing this next 30 days is that vocal awareness triggers us. It really triggers people to use their voice, especially with singing. But the cool part is that it triggers us and then we get to be aware of it. And once we have awareness, then we can choose something different and we kind of can delete the programming. And that's what I've loved about this experience over the past 25 years. I've worked with a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of people, coaching them and privately and also in groups. And what I've noticed is that people have come to me to try to get over belief systems and judgment systems that have been I can't seem to speak louder. I can't seem to get my voice out. Or, no one wants to hear my voice, but I want to sing. I don't sing well, or I'm tone deaf. To be truthful, only a very, very small part of the population is tone deaf. And it is not in relation to how many people have told me they are tone deaf. When people can't hit a note, it's usually some belief system, some constriction in the physical body, some tightness. Then we just release it and we learn how to really use our vocal instrument. They hit notes and it's no big deal. So what judgments have been holding back your voice and your life? So seen, not heard, not worthy, not good enough. You're so good, you're so pretty, you're so smart, the pedestaling. It's really hard not to live up to that. So we have to live a certain way to match that, right? That happens. Or the negative imprinting, the negative judgments. You're never good enough. You don't do it good. You're off key. Your life is whatever. So Whether it's positive or negative programming, it's still judgment and it's still limiting and it still runs underneath us. And sometimes we don't realize we're choosing our life from these things. So what can we do? There's a really cool access consciousness tool. And I'm going to tell you it right now. It's just a statement. But basically what we're doing with this tool is we're taking the wind out of the sail of the judgment. So basically a judgment only has a power when we buy into it or when we make it significant. Like, you can't sing. How many choir teachers have told people that, get in the back, you can't hold a tune? I just hate hearing that. I've heard it so many times. And then you buy into it. That choir teacher doesn't know what he's talking about. He's got like 30 kids to try to manage and everything like that. And all of a sudden, at 8 years old, we bought into that. And we allowed that reasoning to stick with us. So that's a crime. I feel like that's an educational crime. So what is it, though, in us that we believed that? We made that significant. So something like that, if that ever happened again right now, what we say is, interesting point of view. Interesting point of view, you have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. And by just making it like, well, that's interesting, we kind of pull the significance out of it. And instead of being an energetic judgment dagger that hits us and then we become the effect of, instead, we let it just be energy flowing, and we let it just be it flow right past us or right through us, because we're space and energy too, and a judgment is just space and energy. It's electromagnetic energy. So that's what we can do now in the present moment if we hear or sense a judgment coming at us. So how do we deal with the old judgments? Kind of the same way. The cool part about singing is that it triggers us pretty quickly. So if I said to you, sing "Oh Glory," just go ahead, sing it. Your mind would probably just go into like, how do you want me to sing it? What tune, what tone, how loud? And then your body would kind of be like, I don't want to sing, right? And so all that is a beautiful trigger of a judgment that you bought into from the past. So this is the brilliance of this. All that old judgment comes up, that's when you can say this. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view about my voice and about getting it right and whatever else comes up. And all of that, when you say interesting point of view, I have that point of view. I'm really not buying into this anymore. You expand back out and you'll say, I'll just sing "Oh Glory" in any way. It doesn't really matter, right? So that's the power of letting this frequency of judgment go. Okay, we get to determine if it's a dense frequency or if it's a fluid frequency just by how much we make it significant or not. Isn't that powerful? You have that power. You have the power to take the wind out of the sail of a judgment, a past judgment or a present judgment. Now, I promise you, if you use this for like a week or a month, this tool, with everything that comes at you, you're going to realize how much judgment there really is out there coming at you and how much judgment you have of yourself and how you run your life. You're going to use this statement. Interesting point of view. They have that point of view. Oh, interesting point of view. I have that point of view. And you're going to watch that it starts to not only open your voice and self-expression, it just starts expanding you, and you start realizing that I can choose things that I really want to choose. Oh, all these definitions and judgments I've had of myself, they're not really who I am. And then when those go away, you get to flow your beingness, and you get to flow in the moment of where you want to create your life. and who you want to be in this world. Like, so it's really cool thinking of yourself as the avatar, as an avatar. There is a series, it's an animated series. I love it. It's not just for little kids. It's called The Avatar. And guess what? You're one. You're an avatar. You can be an avatar of that great singing field. But it really requires, the first step is to really learn how to work with our judgments that other people are giving us and of ourselves and of the past. And the best way to do that, I found, is to just start singing and seeing where the resistance comes up, where your body starts to contract, and say, interesting point of view. All right. I hope this was super helpful. This tool has been super helpful in my life, so I'm hoping it's super helpful for you. And this is day 2 of 30 days to free your voice and free your life. So stay tuned for the next month here, and be sure to subscribe. It's to be in the tribe, and make sure you put on the notifications for when these are going to be released. I'm probably going to release them around 4:30 every Mountain Time every day until this is done and we go to our next series, whatever that is. All right, beautiful people, enjoy this tool. Let go of the judgment of your life and start singing free and being you no matter what. I'll see you tomorrow.